Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. And I mentioned I think one of my recent videos that I might try a box mix of brownies that has been highly recommended. So I thought I would get on here and do it and show y'all what I think about it when we taste of them. But I bought this Betty Crocker Hershey's Triple Chocolate 4-pack at Costco. And everybody said it's better than any homemade you've ever had. So we're fixing to find out. Now to make a 9x13 pan, you have to use 2 packages of the 4. You need 4 eggs and a cup of oil, 1/4 of a cup of water. And I'm adding some toasted walnuts and pecans. I'm thinking I may add some espresso powder, I'm not sure. But I need to get my 9x13 that has the lid on it, and I'm going to pan it, and then I'll be right back and we'll get started. Okay y'all, I'm going to put my 4 eggs, my 4 whole eggs in here, and I'm just going to whip up just enough to get the yolks broken and mix it a little bit. And then I'm going to add my oil and give all of that a good little mix. And my 1/4 of a cup of water. Now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to move this over here because I want y'all to see what I'm doing. I know I've mentioned several things that I saw on Cosmopolitan Cornbread, but she's got some neat stuff that I like. And she had this knife. It's an Alaskan ulu knife. And what I like about it, you get this little butcher block. It comes with it that is, it's like a bowl. And so when you use this to chop your pecans and all, they don't dance all over everywhere and you lose them. So right now I've got some toasted walnuts that I'm chopping. And I'm going to add also some toasted pecans. I like nuts in my brownies. So I just wanted y'all to see this. I ordered this off of Amazon. I'm going to get me an Amazon link where I can send y'all over there to buy stuff and I'll make a few pennies off of it. But I don't have one yet. Let me get something to put these in. Let me see. Maybe I'll go ahead and get my pecans in there and just chop them all at one time. How's that sound? And these are nuts that I toasted in the juneoven. It's pretty cool. You just put them in there and it recognizes that it's pecans, or you tell it, you click on pecans or walnuts, and it automatically knows how long to cook them. And then the bell dings when they're done. I've got it too full of stuff here, so it's a little messier than it would be if I'd used good sense and just used a little bit at a time. But I love this. The story on these knives was that your Eskimos made them forever out of bone or whatever they could find. And then when the settlers went to Alaska and they brought in metal and things like that, then they began to make them out of all different sorts of stuff. But they used, this is a one of a kind, I mean, one for everything knife. They skinned animals with it. They did everything with it. So I like to get new things and then read about it and see what it was used for and what the origin was. And okay, I'm going to leave this for now. I'm going to go ahead and open up my, let me put them back in here because I probably am going to want to do the rest of them. This is two packages of brownie mix. It's going to need quite a few nuts in it, I think. This is so cool. You can do peppers, onions, anything with it in this little bowl chopper here, chopping block. And you rock it the way the blade is made. So handy. Okay, got my pecans and walnuts chopped. Good enough for me. I don't mind getting a big old hump one of them in there. Okay, now we'll open up our brownie mix and get it in with eggs, oil, and water. I have a really good homemade brownie recipe that I got from my cousin, and she got it from her sister. And I guess I've had it ever since I married, and it's very good. So I'll have something really good to compare this to because I got a good one. Got it from Maine Audrey's daughter, Linda, and she got it from her sister, Mary Joy, many years ago. Using my Swedish dough hook to mix this. I've told y'all I love it because of the opening in it. It's like the beaters on the mixer. Your stuff just goes right through and keeps mixing instead of blobbing up in there and blocking it where nothing will mix. Then you have to get a knife or something and undo it. And this has some 3 kinds of chocolate in it. Let's see what the box says, because I see some chunks in there. It has chocolate chips, chocolate chunks, and then the dark cocoa. So it's gonna be hard to beat, I imagine. It's just about mixed well, just using this dough hook without having to get a mixer out. Let me show you. It's pretty well mixed. Got some powder on the butcher block, but I guess we can take it. And I'm just going to dump my nuts in it. You can use either or none. This bakes in a 9 by 13 pan for about 35 to 40 minutes at 350. If you bake one pouch, you do it in an 8 by 8. And if you use all 4 pouches, you do it in a sheet pan. You see, this just pretty well I don't want to break the enamel on my bowl, so I'm going to quit pecking on it. Out my pan, I just sprayed it with some kitchen spray. And I'm going to make sure that there's no dry powder in the bottom. Smells like brownies. It looks like brownies. It probably tastes like brownies, so I guess it's brownies. I think I'm going to like this, folks. Just something to have on the shelf for quick and easy. Used to, box mixes had this funky old taste to them. It tasted like box mixes. They've improved on them so much that if you just put a little bit of something in them, you really can't tell it's a box mix. You could fool people. And I got a feeling this is going to be one of those that you could fool somebody with because it looks scrumptious. Try to get it all in there. Yeah, I licked that beater a little bit. That stuff's good. Wipe the evidence off. Okay, I'm going to get this in a 350-degree oven, and I'll bring y'all back when it's done, and then when it's cool enough, I'll cut them and we'll taste of them, and we'll see where they rate on a 1 to 10. Thank y'all a whole bunch for coming in the kitchen today and watching me make brownies. These are as good as homemade brownies. So now you got a good shortcut. Get you some of them and put them in your pantry, and then when you need a dessert, you'll have a quick dessert to make. The good Lord bless y'all. Come back in a day or two and we'll have something else really good to eat.